Hello everyone. Let's see, what are we doing today? Yeah, so didn't get too much done this week except for ripping out pretty much all the gameplay ability system stuff from my system because it is not gonna work the way that my system works with the WebSockets and the server basically deciding everything doesn't really play well with the gameplay ability system's kind of default setup of replicating and having a server role. And I was looking at copying some stuff over, like the target types and targeting information, and even that's just, it didn't make sense to have it in there. So I decided to just rip it out, and the only thing I'm going to take from the gameplay ability system is their gameplay tags. So I've been thinking of going back over my server code, and what I was going to do is I was going to have abilities which would reference damage IDs, debuff IDs, support IDs, move IDs, and each one of those would be its own data table or whatever. And I was looking at this again after reading about the gameplay ability system and what that actually entailed, and I realized it would be better if I just had one abilities document or data table and then used tags and values instead. So what this will allow me to do is basically set a bunch of properties for each ability that the character will have, and then it can reference a T array of the values. And the two values are going to be per ability. One will be the change, so it'll be a plus minus change or a multiplicative change, as well as how many rounds it should occur for. And then that will play into whatever gameplay ability tag. So it's going to be an array of tags, and each tag in the array is going to reference two values, one being the amount, and then the second being the rounds per how much it's going to go per round. And then I think that will help even with dots. If I wanted it to scale up, I could set the gameplay ability tag to say this should scale by X% per round, and I could do, if I needed to do a direct damage first, I could say like target modify or stat modify health plus 20, and then go from there. Cool, getting spam. I wish I knew how to boot these people. Oh, I can ban them. Look at that, ban. See you later, spam. Take that. Anyways, that was fun. So visibilities, some other modifiers, stacks. Like if you want to have healing stacks, you can get up to like 4 or 5 stacks. Then you can do something with that. Have those included as well. Target effects. So one thing that I was realizing is I needed to have some sort of basically default target types. And then on top of those target types, I needed to have how they could actually do their targeting ability. So I'm going to use this target select type, where it could be like self, or it could be a line, or it could be a box, so you could choose 1 by 1, or it could be a 1 by 3, so it'd be 1 and then three blocks in front, or it could be a cone, but that's 1 by 3, so it'd extend out to 3. And so on and so forth. So this will give me some flexibility on the targeting, and it'll also make it kind of generic where I can reuse the target decals or whatever I need to get that information into the game. So that's probably what I'm going to do from there. And other stuff, just movement, visibilities, stack, modifiers, etc., which I just explained. And then that's going to also have an ordering still. So before it was going to be like it would be damage first, and then it'll be movement second, and then whatever. This is going to be the ordering of the tags. So it's going to be like a target tag first, and then maybe a stat tag, stack tag, visibility tag, movement tag, or whatever. So I can still order. I can basically join up all these different abilities into a single row here, but it will have the ability to execute them in order and give me different combinations of stuff. So that is the plan. Other than that, like I said, I didn't get too much different stuff in. One thing I do want to show is this game I found called Phobies, which is turn-based, but it's like a tactical card collecting strategy game, which is kind of weird. But I can show real quick. It implements a lot of the stuff that I want to implement, which is the daily async turns. So you can load up like 5 or 6 games, and then you can go ahead and like I have 2 games going on right now. So if I play, like it tells you the turn you're on, who you're playing against, your expiration. So I need to set the volume on this lower. Whatever. So the way this game works is it's cell-based. It's hexagonal cell-based. You have these little hearts that basically towers you have to defend. You have these little key things for spawning different characters. Which is, yeah, I really wish I could change the sound. Can I do that? Can I just go back? No, just exit the battle. I just need to set the volume. Sorry about that. Yeah, alright, let's go back. This is mobile too, so I've been playing this just on my mobile phone. So yeah, you have these hearts you gotta defend. Skip. You can spawn different dudes. You get these like keys, which lets you can save up your keys per round. So if you don't use them, it'll carry over to the next one, and they can spawn dudes. You want to control these little cells, which damages their heart at the end of each turn. But yeah, it's kind of similar to what I want to build. But I'll explain or show in a second why one of the major downfalls of this game probably is. And it has to do with the progression. Alright, I'm just gonna like spawn. No, I'm gonna spawn this guy because he shoots long distance. Anyways, it's kind of fun. I've just been kind of dinking around with it. So yeah, if you want to play a turn-based game while you wait for mine or someone else's, this is a game you can play. Anyways. So the reason I think this is going to probably not be great for people like me, or people who like the Atlas Reactor, is that this right here. You see I just leveled up my dude. This screams it's going to be completely unbalanced once people start being able to spend money, which they can. So you will be able to basically update, or the more money you have, you'll be able to... Oh, where's my phobies? Oh, down here. So you can upload, or you can... I don't know why I keep saying upload. You can update these guys to make them stronger, which you just know people are going to spend money, upgrade their guys, get stronger, beat you up just because they paid more money to it. And I already did see some Steam reviews saying that is like pay-to-win style, and people are just like... At some point, the strategy loses its purpose because you're just getting wrecked by people who have upgraded their characters too much. So that's kind of a bummer. But it's a very well-polished game. I think it could be good, but again, I'm just worried about, yeah, it's play to win. Hey there, X-Switch Bolt. I am doing fine. I'm just showing a similar game called Phobies. I'm just doing a little walkthrough of it. But I think I'm done. So closing that down. Right. So as I mentioned, I deleted the gameplay ability system, and I recreated parts of it that I needed for mine. So I have the attributes. I definitely copied that over because that was pretty key, having the base value, current value, and being able to pass those around and modify them if they need to be temporary or whatever. So I think that was a super important aspect of the gameplay ability, or gas system, or gas, whatever you want to call it. The other thing that I needed to implement was, much like character, I've been working on a UE5 VR game project. Yeah, how's that going, Switchbolt? Making progress? Is UE5 like any better? Like, I don't see a reason to upgrade to UE5 at all yet. Yeah, so ability system still, the ability component is something I'm going to copy over too, so each character will have their ability component. And then targeting component is also going to be applied to the character, so they can spawn a targeting actor, which will just spawn a decal, and they can choose their area. But yeah, this stuff needed to be applied to the character, so the character is going to have all that information applied to them, those two components. And I kept pretty much the binding between the character widgets and the attributes, so that's still fine. I don't have to change that too much because I just use my own attribute data now. So yeah. Yeah. Oh, one thing I do need to add is the tags. So I was going to figure out how the heck to get those working. So I have these tags I want to add. There's a bunch of ways you can do it. One is with like a CSV file, I think. I should probably actually load Unreal. Also, why is my mouse super fast? Yeah, it was beta when I was looking at UE5, which is why I didn't really go for it. And yeah, it is out now, but now I have all my stuff in 4.7 or 2.7, so I just haven't bothered to upgrade, and I don't think I will. Unless something major happens with UE5 and I'm like, oh wow, like something happens for better mobile support or something. But other than that, it's like searching online for stuff. It's hard to find UE5 related stuff still because it's new. And I'm sure, yeah, there'll be inconsistencies with what I want to do and how UE5 works. Have I ever heard of direct storage API? No, not really. Let's look it up. Direct storage. Oop. Come on. Come on. Microsoft Direct Storage API. Starting today. Public SDK. Oh, faster load times. I think I have heard about this. Oh, this is their pick stuff. Yeah. I mean, that's great if you're only running Microsoft stuff, I imagine. But yeah, I'm on mobile too, so can't really benefit from that if I'm on a mobile phone. Yeah, battlemetry. Let's get these gameplay ability tags in. Oh. Do you mean it'll work on any program? Is that what you're saying? I mean, yeah, faster load times would work for like this on my Windows machine, but I don't see how that direct storage API would work on like iPhone or Android. Unless it's like some network API. And then I don't want to sign up for Azure or whatever their cloud infra system stuff is. But anyways, let's see. Edit. Preference. No, not editor. What am I doing? Projects. Gameplay tags. So I could do a CSV file or their INI stuff, any files. Default gameplay tags. What happens if I just add something here? Test.1.x comment. Tis a test. Add new tag. Alright, so then if I look at my source, it should have updated. Close all this stuff down. Where is, there it is. Character, nope, not content, config. Alright, so that's how it adds them, huh? Interesting, interesting. So I could do it that way. Table list, data tables. I wonder if that would be better. Oh, 1 second. Yeah. Well, let's just keep it in the default gameplay tags for now. And then if I need to move it to a data table, I can do that later. Provided, you know, I can actually delete these. Okay, cool. Cannot delete. Oh, you have to delete the children first. That was weird. So you tested direct storage API. Without direct storage API, 33 seconds. 8 seconds. That is quite an increase. Or decrease. That's cool. Good to know. If I ever make a pure Windows game, I will check it out. What was I doing? What am I doing? Can I just like... Yeah, I wonder if I can just... What is the format of just a straight up any file? For any file, gameplay tags. Let's see. Manually editing item. Okay, so I just need to. This is kind of annoying, but whatever. Yeah, that makes sense regarding the direct storage API. GPU to SSD makes sense. Where am I? Let's make a new file. Ability gameplay tags. Any. I think that's all I need to do. And then copy over my tags. And we're going to do something kind of funky here. Let's get rid of these. And we are going to Shift Alt I. Yep. Wait a minute. I don't remember what I need to copy here. Tag is equal to blah. Alright. Select all. Alt Shift I. Tag is equal to blah. Dev comment. And that should be it. All right, that looks good. Let's see what happens if I import it. Add new source tag, config tags. Oh man, do I have to? Ability gameplay tags to any. Delete that. Dot any. Yeah, that totally did not work. Add new tag source. Why did that not actually import it? Do I need to give the full path? That would be stupid. Right? That would be totally stupid. Copy. You're killing me. Jesus. Gameplay tag redirects, table list. Nope, this is just for that. Search gameplay tags. I love how the config path is just like config tags, but it doesn't, there's like no. Yeah, I got the name. I understand that. Does that like make the file and then I just gotta save it? What happens if I close this, reopen it? If not, I'm just gonna reset it to the default one. Gameplay tags. Source. Ability gameplay tags. Like that makes me think that it should be working, but it's not. Am I getting any errors here? Cool. Warning, failed to find object data table none. That is not related. Let's try this again. Project. Gameplay tags. Dude, it is like not. It's not doing anything. Wait. Config tags. That's not right. Does it need to be? I should probably like read the documentation before I try to do this. That would be good. To add tags using your own ini files, the import tags from config option must be enabled. Do I have that? Import tags from config, yes. Gameplay tags will then be loaded in each line and add files are config tags. Path, which are easy to hand edit. If these edits are made when the editor is running, turning the import tags from option off will reload the files. Yet it's not. All right. The format within these files looks like this. This method is going to be returned to other tags. Since the config tags are easily edited text files, developer tag config file. Any file is out in the content tags content config tags folder. Content config. I am not seeing a tags folder. New folder. Tags. Move. Save. Yay! Reading the documentation actually helped. Cool. So now we have our tags. Target, effect, ricochet, splash, through walls, trap. So then the ability target system can look at the tag for the ability and say, oh, this is a splash, so I'm going to show, depending on the select type, if it's like a line, at the end of the line where the box is, it will show kind of a splash effect so that the user knows that it splashes. Through walls will probably make an arc or some other effect. Ricochet will obviously, if you're going to bounce an attack off a wall, it'll create a target that will be able to bounce off a wall. So this will let me create these kind of custom targeting actor blueprint decal things so you can see what I'm going to be doing with it as I kind of get those in. But that's cool. So this is going to take, like, I was really worried I'd have to come up with a domain specific language for all this stuff, but I think with this gameplay tags, I think this should be enough. I'll be able to, if there's any like kind of dynamic abilities that I need, I can just map a tag to a function or a method and then just execute it from there. So I think this should work. This is cool. All right, nice. Gameplay tags are in, and then I don't think I have a new one yet, but I was looking at, this one's going to be a short one. I'm only going to do another 5 minutes here, but let's see if I can create, where's miscellaneous? Data table. We're gonna do battle ability data. This is my new ability structure. So data table, character abilities. So this, if we do like add a row, we now have ability ID, the name, description, cooldown, how many rounds it takes before it refreshes, energy required, gained, used per turn, ordering. This needs to be updated to not be damage, debuff, support, but actually be the tags. And then we have like these target values and target tags. So I could say like this is going to be a target of, it's going to have an effect of a through wall, and it has a selection of, I don't know, let's say box 1 to 3. So basically 1 by 3, so 3 tiles. And then this will basically be what the targeting, this will tell the targeting system what it needs for its information to allow. Oh, and then slot, so prep 1, prep 2, ability 1, 2, or 3, ultimate dash 1 or 2. And then target values, this will probably be like a max distance, so you can select this like maybe 3 tiles away from you. So this would be like a 3. And then it needs to have another one for how many rounds. So, whoops, so that will be 3. Actually, no, target values probably only need 1. But anyways, I'll figure it out as I go through them. But I think this will be a pretty flexible system. Maybe not as flexible as my original design with the, what is it? Having each one in its separate, but like this is turning, if you did this where you had your ability call out to damage types or debuff types or movement types or support types, you're turning it into like a relational database, and it's going to be such a pain. And all these values and having everything in different files, it's going to be super hard to debug, and it'll just suck. So yeah, I think having everything inside of one abilities data table, and then use the data tags or the gameplay tags and everything else, the values associated with those tags, and then the ordering, I think that should be plenty, and I'll be able to be pretty creative with the abilities. So cool. I think that's going to be a wrap for now. I want to work on probably targeting next, just to have like some sort of targeting decal, just to show it utilizing the gameplay tags and actually creating some sort of spawning of actors and UI bits to get that working. So that should be cool. All right, I think that's it for this stream. I will catch you all next week. All right, bye. No, that's not right. How do I end the stream? I've already forgot.